We talked about Kane. We talked about Goudreau with Frank. The one signing from last night that we didn't get to was of Geno Malkin staying in Pittsburgh. What did you think of Geno coming back to the Pens and ultimately, after saying he was going to test the open market, ultimately just staying with the only NHL city he's ever known?
The Penguins are in a tough spot here. If they don't bring back Geno, they're sort of vilified. Obviously, he's a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer, one of the best players in franchise history. At the same time, if you look at the future of this deal in Pittsburgh, this is a team sort of in limbo. I know their fan base, a lot of people think, well, they hit some goaltending snags the last couple of years. They probably were the better team in their playoff series, the last two runs in the playoffs. But if you look at what the Penguins keep running back again and again and again, going back to 2018 when they got eliminated by the Washington Capitals, this franchise has lost 5 straight playoff series. And it's interesting to me that they've decided to just keep the band together. Of course, they re-sign Chris Letang, they bring back Evgeny Malkin, Rickard Rakell, big money deal as well. So I am scratching my head wondering what's going to happen with this team. Are they going to stay competitive? I see them sort of sliding into that murky middle, that limbo where they're going to be usually in the playoffs competitive, but getting eliminated early. At the same time, what you have to do here is look at the alternative options Pittsburgh was considering. Chris Letang, of course, right-handed shot, great puck mover. I don't think there was an option similar to him on the market other than maybe John Klingberg. Maybe that was out of the Penguins' price range. Same with Evgeny Malkin. Of course, we know Vincent Trocheck, the local boy, was linked to the Penguins, but would it have cost more term to get him, to bring him in? Probably, because there's going to be a lot of bidding for Vincent Trocheck's services. We know, of course, he's already being linked to the New York Rangers. We don't know what that deal is going to be yet. So with Malkin, I guess I can understand it. You bring him back. He's a pillar of the franchise, and maybe we're going to see sort of the end of the glory days in Pittsburgh here. But as long as Sidney Crosby's in town, as long as Geno's in the lineup, he's going to be effective. We know if you're getting 50, 60 games out of him these days, that's a win, but there's still going to be good games.